Hi, this is Carolina, the Soul Coach. Welcome to my podcast. Hello, I just thought I would give you a bit of a backstory as to why you're listening to the second Sunday Catch-Up podcast. So the one you're about to listen to, I recorded first, shared it with my husband to have a listen while he's cooking dinner, as is what normally happens on a Sunday evening. He listened to it and then he said those words to me as I am relaxing in the garden. Carolina, you have missed the mark. And I'm like, really? And he said, yes. He said, Sunday Catch Up is all about your week. And this one that you're about to listen to is more instructional. So I re-recorded it, but I still think it's pretty good. So I thought I would still share it with you because it's all about energy clearing and space clearing. And I think it's really interesting. So this isn't a Sunday Catch-Up podcast. This is just a chat about space clearing and energy clearing. And I really hope you enjoy it. Have a good one and take care. Bye. Hello and welcome to this week's Sunday Catch-Up podcast. How are you? And how has your week been? I hope it's been good. It's been sunny again here in the UK. Yippee! We always like to talk about the weather and it really has been really nice. We have been struggling with dark clouds this year, but they have disappeared and we now have blue skies. Yay! So, what have you been up to? How's your week been? I really hope it's been a good one. For me, it's been a very busy one. A very busy one indeed. And having had a few nights away last week, as you know, if you listened into my podcast last week, it's been back to work this week. And it feels like it was ages ago we went away because it's been incredibly busy, really exciting. We got some new clothes in from India and they are just super. So it was really good to get some new clothes in for the shop. I'm very excited about those, and we've got even more coming apparently in a couple of weeks, but we won't hold our breath because if I've learnt anything, that is, as far as making clothes is concerned, they never arrive when they say they will arrive, so we just have to wait and see, and it's learning to be patient, which isn't one of my strong points sometimes. When I like to know when things are coming, and if someone says they're going to be there, then I expect it. But as far as India is concerned, that doesn't work. That's been my experience anyway. So yeah, really looking forward to those clothes. And as I say, we can celebrate this week the clothes we have got. And it was when Amelia and Harriet and I went out to India and we chose the fabrics and we chose the patterns and everything. So yeah, it's really exciting to see a project come to fruition. So yeah, if you want to come and see them, come in the shop and have a look. And also they'll be on our Instagram at On a Quest. So they're all chosen with love and made with love. So that's nice. So there has been a few themes this week. Has there been a theme for you? For me, there's been a couple. There's probably been about 2 or 3 themes, but one of the themes that's been coming through more and more is about clarity and about being clear and about other people being clear and just working on what's not clear and what is clear, because it's just some things seem a bit muddly, and I've realised that what I remembered was why I opened up Quest back in 2007. And this kind of then prompted me to think about clarity. And then I realised this has been a week of clarity. And as you know, I'm always speaking about being clear. And then I remembered one of the reasons why I opened Quest, which I'm going to share with you now, is that I'd been in other shops working as a palm reader within the shops. And I always found them little bit dark, a little bit untidy, a little bit messy. And I just thought, I never really wanted a shop, but I just thought when I decided that as a family, it would be great for us to open a shop. I just thought I really want to create a very clear, clean, grounded, sacred space for people to be able to come to, because the world's in chaos. But I just wanted to create this sanctuary for people to come into, to feel clear, to feel grounded, to feel still, to feel at home. And I'd forgotten that's why I opened Quest. And that is why. So that people can feel spiritually connected, or just take them on a journey wherever they're meant to go, whatever speaks to them when they're in the shop. And so that's kind of like why I opened Quest, was to create this sacred space. And I'd kind of forgotten that. And it was really nice to be reminded of the why we opened Quest. And I love cleaning our floor. I'm like mopping nearly every day, and I'm really strict on it and really like everyone to clean all the time. And you'll know when you come into our beautiful shop just how clean and bright it is. And then been thinking about online and our store, and is that clear? Is that clean? Is that grounded? So it's re-motivated me and reignited that why I opened Quest. And then that's got me thinking about lots of other projects that we've got on at the minute and what's the why. And it was our accountant actually who's got a new starting up a new business to help businesses grow, and he suggested we listen to this TED talk on the why. And so we listened to this TED talk, and that's what's kind of got me thinking about it. And this clarity is definitely something that's kind of coming through, just being really, really clear. And so I'm looking at all of the other projects that we've got on at the moment as to why. So living a life of magic, why? On a Quest, why? Home of Reiki, why? Reiki healing, why? So it's kind of like looking at all of these why, and maybe, just think about that for a minute in your life and what's going on now. Do you want to create something moving forward? And what's your why? Why do you want to create it? What's the meaning? And it's interesting. So it's just so that's kind of like where my head's been this week. And it's been really nice as well, because I've been seeing clients and been Reiki healing. And just, again, it's really important for me to offer up a sacred space for people to be able to come to relax and to be in that place where their body is given a chance to heal. Because as we know, our bodies can heal and does heal all the time. And sometimes when we feel a little bit stuck, the healing and the Reiki healing can just provide a sacred space, time for people to just switch off, just to be able to listen to my music, focus on their breathing, and just bring all of themselves into the healing space for their body, just to be able to unwind and just to relax, which will help the healing process. And it's truly lovely to do it. And I find that when I'm kind of in that sacred space, it's just really nice, and it feels like very much a coming home feeling. It feels like a oneness, it feels like a stillness. So to be able to offer that and create that sacred space for people is wonderful. It really is. It's just so nice. And yeah, healing is it's just so nice. And then, so not only that, this week I've also done a space clearing for some customers as well for their home, and just clearing people's energies in their homes. It's the before and the after is just amazing. And I'm sure you can relate to this, that whatever you do, if you turn up and bring all of you into that moment, magic happens. And there's something about being really present and like no thoughts, no fears, no nothing. It's just you're bringing all of you into that moment, and then the magic can happen. The creativity can happen, the connections, the connection to your higher self, to the consciousness, that infinite intelligence, because there's nothing in the way. And I bet you find that happens for you. And it's a wonderful place to be. And so when I turn up to people's homes, it's kind of leaving everything out. I don't exist. I'm just a conduit to see what's in the space and to be able to clear the space. And it's very interesting when you go with nothing. You can really feel the energy in people's spaces, in their auric fields, in their homes, in their businesses, wherever. There is just this energy that you can feel. So if you've ever been into a room where there's just a funny feeling and you're not quite sure what's going on, it just feels a bit odd, and maybe there's an argument that takes place and there's just some residue of energy, but you can feel it. So it's like that in a home. You can just feel the energy. You can feel whether it's clear, not clear, stagnant, blocked, and then we can do something about it. But very often we're not present because we're thinking all the time, or we're planning all the time, or we're sort of in the future or in the past, and we're not in the now. So then we don't necessarily feel it. So going to someone's house, and as it's my profession, I go with clarity, and then I'm able to sense the energy and then able to clear it. And doing that through using a particular type of resin, intention. You can do it with holy water. You can do it with many tools. And it's truly wonderful to see the before and then to see the after. And I know some of you have asked me to talk about space clearing today and energy clearing. And I really think it's just about coming into the moment, coming into the now, and bringing all of you into this moment. How does your body feel? So if you're healing your body, if you're working on your body or your energy field, just for you and your body, it's just bringing all of you into this moment and taking a breath. And then how does my body feel? Because very often we fill our minds with so much, we're too busy to notice how our body's feeling. But our bodies will give us the wisdom of where it needs healing, and it wants to tell us something. But we're just sometimes too busy or too scared to listen to what that is. So the best kind of energy clearing for yourself is just to stop. And know that it's okay to stop. And to listen. What's your body trying to tell you? Where are your aches and your pains? How's your tummy feeling? How's your head feeling? How are your shoulders feeling? And just bring all that presence here right now right into your body. And then ask it, what's it trying to tell you? So ask your shoulders that might be tight. Ask that ache, what does it want to tell you? And ask the body, ask your auric field, how's it feeling? And it's just being present and coming into the present, you'll get all the answers you need. And then you can ask it, what does it need from you in order to heal? And you trust the answers as they come. So maybe you need to drink more water. Maybe you need to go and see an osteopath. Or maybe you just need to de-stress. Maybe you need some Reiki. Maybe you need some acupuncture. And by the way, I have a very good acupuncturist and osteopath that I can recommend. But just coming into the now, your body will tell you. Aurically, is it feeling a little bit cluttered? Is it feeling a little bit negative? Is it feeling like you've taken on too much? Maybe you need a bath with some Himalaya salts in it just to clear your aura. Are you feeling ungrounded? Are you feeling too top heavy? You just need to connect to the ground. But the more we can bring presence to your body, the more we can bring presence to ourselves, the more you will feel the energy around you, and then you can do something about it. And maybe what are you feeling? And acknowledging those feelings and bringing those feelings to the forefront and allowing yourself to feel. Where are you feeling it in your body? What am I feeling right now? And allowing yourself to feel some of these emotions that we keep blocking down. And obviously, if they become too much, then maybe seek some help, some professional help, maybe a counsellor, maybe a coach, maybe a friend, just to talk through how you're feeling. So it's energy clearing, just bringing around. And obviously, you can use sage to help clear your aura. You can use incense. You can, as I say, have a bath. You can just go out into the woods or connect to the park with the trees. They will all help. Or go to the sea and have a walk by the sea. They will absolutely help clear your energy. And then when you're all feeling clearer and calmer, you can look around your home. And I would just suggest, if you're interested in feeling your home and how your home is feeling. And, homes, it's all about having the connection between your home and you and working together. And very often we can feel not as one. We can feel separate. So when we feel clear, when we can know what's going on within our own body and our own auric fields, then we can look and we can observe our home. And how does our home feel? And what's our home telling us? And we can recognise those by our clutter, by maybe some things that need fixing, some things that might need redecorating, or maybe there's a tap leak, or maybe there's a plug socket or a light bulb out. But it's looking at, where does your home need the attention? And then working on those areas to bring them into balance and into harmony. And then that will start the connection to your home. So what does your home need from you? And what can your home help with you? So you start connecting with the space around you. So first of all, it starts with you, and then you can start connecting with the space around you, and then you can start clearing the energy, because we all leave energy imprints. And what's your energy imprint? Are you leaving stress? Are you leaving stress behind? Are you leaving confusion? Are you leaving scattered energy? Is your home feel ungrounded? How is your home feeling? Because it's very often a reflection of what's inside you. Is it untidy? Or is it clear? Is it clean? Is it well decorated? So what's going on in your home? And just kind of bring yourself present to the house, and then start working on going out into your home. And this week I have been working on decluttering upstairs. Not that I had much clutter, but it needed organising. And it feels so good. It feels really good. And the energy does change when we clear the clutter and we tidy. We know that. But it's just bringing time and presence. And if some areas of your life are not working, work on yourself, work on your home, and then very often those changes can happen. I think I've shared before, not on these podcasts, but on another video about our neighbour, an old neighbour of ours, and we just bumped into him outside. As you know, when you start going out and then your neighbour comes out, you just start chatting. And he was telling us about a deal that he was working on, and that it hadn't come through, and it had been many, many weeks, and he'd been waiting for it, and it just wasn't coming through. And outside his front door area and the front garden and everything was really tatty. There was weeds growing up. It was really untidy. It needed a good clean. It needed a good a weeding. It needed some beautiful flowers to go in there. It was just really neglected. So I kind of shared this with him about the career area being the front of the house, and how that is kind of reflecting maybe what could be going on. Anyway, he set to work on it. He put some new plants in. He got rid of all the weeds. He gave it all a good clean and everything else. And literally 2 or 3 days later, this check came that he'd been waiting for this deal. And yeah, that was really cool. And it was just like, yeah, this works. This really, really works. And I've been in and done space clearings for people that aren't in a relationship, and we work on their relationship corner of their house. And you'd be surprised how many linen baskets are in the relationship corner of people's homes. You know, dirty washing in the relationship corner, and they wonder why their relationships are not that great. So yeah, I've worked on that, and then within weeks they've attracted in a loved one. And yes, this works. This creating space and clearing energy and using feng shui really works. And yeah, it works. I'm trying to think of another analogy or another example, and I can't think of one off the top of my head. But so the relationship corner to look at is in your bedroom. So if you're an intimate relationship with a loved one, so like your husband or wife or girlfriend, boyfriend, or you're single and you want to attract one, the area to look at is the far right hand corner of your bedroom. So put your back to your door in your bedroom. And then it's the far right-hand corner. So what's in that corner? And that's the corner you want to activate. And I've done a previous video on it. I've got a mini little course on it. There's plenty of information out there, or you can message me and ask me, and I can just give you some tips. The thing is, feng shui can be really, really strict, and especially if you follow the Chinese compass method. But I find that the Tibetan method is much easier. It's not using a compass. It's just using the bagua and applying the bagua to your home, which is certain areas of your house. And no house is perfect, but there's plenty of tips and cures that you can do. A lot of people worry about their house and that the toilet's in the wealth corner, or there's fixed wardrobes in the bedroom where the relationship corner is, but everything can be fixed, so don't worry about it. I just remembered another one where someone sent me a video in of their home, and it was really cluttered as they came in the house, and there didn't seem to be much flow. Simple things and small spaces, and we helped with that, and that really helped get the flow in, and everything started moving, because she was feeling really stagnant, but there was no room for energy to come in the house. And but then everything then kind of moved. It was really interesting. Once we sorted a few things out, moved the clutter, get the clutter out of the way, then we could move forward. So that was good. So anyway, coming back to the house that I cleared on this week on Thursday, it was so wonderful to do, because I'd done this previous house a year ago, and then they'd asked me to go back. And there was such a shift in energy, and this house was really working for this couple, and it just felt really good. And it just was able to go in and just suggest a few things and just work on the energy a little bit. But honestly, it was just really good. And it was so even though we'd done it before and coming in, hearing what they had to say about what's been going on for them. And then we were able to do an exercise that I hadn't done in that format before, but it worked, and it was so powerful. And intuitively, I knew what needed to be done, because I brought all of me into that space. And we have to trust that. We have to trust that there is something bigger working through us. And it's just the infinite intelligence. Our brains can't work it out all the time. But when we show up, we turn up, and we just trust that we will have what we need in that moment, it flows. It really does. No fears, no worries, no concerns. We turn up, we trust, we deliver, and we do. And so it was just really super nice. And when I left, they were so happy, so reconnected to the home. And I know he listens to this podcast. So I just want to say to you, that person whose home I declare, it's like so proud and so cool and so amazing. And I have so much respect, because they've done the work. They're doing the work. And it's hard work sometimes. So sometimes when I go into people's homes, and this was a year ago, there's work that needs to be done. And they did everything. Sometimes I might go in and people don't do the work, but it's a teamwork, and it works. So do the work. So if your body or your home reveals something to you, don't just go, oh yeah. Do something about it, because it will make the change. It really will, and it'll make the difference in your life. It really will. And there's always something that you can do. There truly is. There's always a solution, and there's always a way. So, yeah, energy clearing. I hope that's whoever wanted me to talk about energy clearing. I hope that's made sense, and you can obviously listen to this again and ask me any questions. I'll be more than happy to help. And remember your why. Why are you doing this? Why are you doing your work? Why? What's your why? Maybe you want to start a new business, but remember the why. It doesn't matter about the how and the what. People relate to the why. So what's the why? Why? And you know why I'm doing these podcasts? You know why I'm doing these podcasts, because I've shared this with you. Because I love sharing these podcasts. I love the challenge that this is bringing for me to do these podcasts. And I'm just loving sharing my life with you, because at the end of the day, we're all human beings. We're all here to live a human being life, aren't we? And yet we're spiritual. We're spiritual beings. We are connected to that infinite consciousness. And doing these podcasts reminds me of that, and reminds me of what my living a life of magic looks like for me. And that flowing, and that we forget sometimes that we are living a life of magic, or don't consider we're living a life of magic. And maybe we don't feel we are, and there's some little steps that you can take. And maybe by me sharing what I'm sharing about my life may resonate with you, it may not. But my why is just because I'm loving sharing it, and I'm just enjoying the connections, because it's wonderful to hear what people are saying, and I'm just loving that something and no feedback has been the same. So when I receive the comments, or when I receive people coming up to me and saying, oh, I'm listening to your podcast and I really like this and I find this inspiring, or I'm really interested in this, I haven't had the same feedback from everyone. So everyone has pulled something out of it for themselves. So yes, that's my why, because I'm loving it. I really am loving it. So thank you for listening. Thank you for you. You have a great week ahead, and I look forward to chatting to you next week. You know where I am. You know where you can find me. So let's just close our eyes. Take a breath. Feeling grateful for our bodies. Feeling grateful for the infinite consciousness. And feeling grateful for our homes. Feeling grateful for our warm bed. For food in our fridge. And water in the tap. Take care. Bye.